So in this video, I'm gonna recommend 3 anime, and they all have a theme in common. And that's a main character who starts off as a good guy, but then something happens, usually some sort of traumatic event, and they go off the rails and become a villain. The thing I like most about this style of plot is that they don't portray a character as being evil simply for the sake of being evil. They show the origins of how it happened, and oftentimes throughout the series you'll start to see a reversal start to happen where they start to learn how to change themselves for the better.
Lights are wet and they're sweat on your embrace. One other thing I did.
The Kingdom of Ruin is the newest anime I'm gonna recommend for you guys today. For ages, humans and witches got along and used their power of magic for the betterment of humanity. But times have changed. The scientific gear expansion has made both magic and witches outlawed. In this series, almost all witches have been executed. The main character, Adonis, who was only a boy when the hunt began, he was an apprentice to a witch he dearly loved, but then she was publicly executed. And after this happened, Adonis became engulfed in hatred and vowed to kill every single human. It's hard to grasp the concept of someone who would want to kill every last human, because there's so many different people and innocent people out there, but Adonis had so much hatred in his heart that it overpowered all of that. He will kill any human that he sees in sight. Adonis is able to use magic even though he is human, which is something that's seen as rare. And while he has been going on this killing spree, he does meet a witch, her name is Doroko, who just might be able to change Adonis.
Lights are wet and they're sweat on your embrace. One other thing I did.
Vinland Saga starts off with young Thorfinn, who grows up in a frozen village in Iceland. The war between England and the Danes grows worse every single passing year, and Thorfinn's father sets sail for war. Thorfinn, who was supposed to stay at home, sneaks into the ship and joins his father in war. But he doesn't have a true understanding of what war is really like, until one day he watches his father get murdered by a man named Askeladd. And this basically traumatizes him forever, but he's too weak to take revenge while it happens. So what he decides to do is join the crew of the man who killed his father, Askeladd. And his intentions is that one day he'll grow strong enough so that he can avenge his father and kill Askeladd. Thorfinn is definitely one of the most badass characters in anime. He becomes so much stronger throughout the series, and he becomes a literal killing machine. He ends up killing so many people throughout the war, but once you've killed so many people, it changes you, and you definitely get to see that when you're watching Thorfinn throughout the series.
Lights are wet and they're sweat on your embrace. One other thing I did.
The story of Dororo begins with a samurai lord who has bartered away his newborn son's organs to 48 demons in exchange for dominance in the battlefield and prosperous lands. But the abandoned infant does survive thanks to a medicine man who equips him with lethal prosthetics, with which the wrong son will use to hunt down the multiple demons to reclaim his body one piece at a time before confronting his father. This is not a series in which the main character is necessarily evil, but things that have happened to him make him commit very evil things. It puts him in the position where he has no choice but to commit these things, even though he's not technically evil. On this journey, the young hero encounters an orphan who claims to be the greatest thief in Japan, Dororo. Together they travel the countryside in search of demons who possesses his body parts. I do have to say, this particular anime is definitely more underrated than it should be. And that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Remember to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Until we meet again, thanks for watching.
Lights are wet and they're sweat on